Peace and blessings, everybody. Peace and blessings. Peace and blessings. I just wanted to hop on here to say good morning, good early afternoon to everybody. And I wanted to talk a little bit about the therapy that I was blessed enough to go through. I went through dialectical behavioral therapy, and here's my workbook. I still use it every day. I went through it for a year and a half. I'm now at a different therapy. I'm going through a different therapy program. But this book has so many skills in it as far as to keep you regulated, things to do, to keep yourself on the track to have a life worth living. Um, it's an amazing program. It's an expensive program if your insurance won't cover it, but it's worth finding the money in your life to pay for it for however long that you can. But they got a lot of skills in here for different things. I'm trying to get through the introduction so I can show you. So here, let me see what I can show you. So let's see. So the first is the General A handout, right? I don't know if you can see that. The General A handout. And what that says is solve problems, change situations, or avoid, leave, or get out of the situation is the first thing you should do to solve a problem. The second one, feel better about the problem. Change or regulate your emotion response to the problem. So you got to kind of reframe it in your mind. Tolerate the problem. If you can't reframe it, you have to learn how to tolerate it. When that toleration comes with acceptance, tolerance, both problems and your response to the problem will be alleviated if you practice the tolerance problem skill. Um, and then one says, stay miserable. If you want to stay miserable, you want to do the opposite action, which would actually turn you into making a positive worse. So if something seems so positive, you got to find the light at the end of the tunnel in it, and you really have to follow those steps in order to become kind of some kind of emotional regulation. They have problem solving. They'll give you tips on problem solving. Feel better about the problem, to tolerate the problem, or to stay miserable. It gives you steps on how to do each one of those things, this book does. Essentially, the goal is to keep you in a wise mind and to keep you thinking rationally versus irrationally. They also have a handout that will give you the guide for the skills, the skill training assumptions, biosocial theory and emotions, and behavioral regulation. So it will give you all of that. The first one is the biotherapy. If you guys can see that, biotherapy. So biotherapy, emotional vulnerability is biological. It is simply how some people were born. So how they might be sensitive or they might not be, they might be too intense. It'll give you some skills on how to deal with those particular situations. Impulse also has a biological basis. Regulation actions is harder for some people than others. But for that, it's to find a very hard to retain impulsive behavior. So it gives you tips on how to stop your impulsive behavior before you spew it out into the world, which is a really good one. The invalidating of social environments can carry it very hard on emotional regulation. So it also gives you tips about emotional regulation. So you can literally, even if you're not sitting with a therapist, if you have this handbook, you could literally go through this handbook and it's going to help you have a life worth winning. Just trying to find the big book I've been through time and time again. Okay, right here. So this is the goal right here. This is the goal. Some people have work in reasonable mind. Most of us work in emotional mind. And so, what this therapy is really to get you in the wise mind, which is kind of in between both. And so, you work to become a wise minded character versus a over reasonable or a over emotional person. And so, the skills that you want to use will keep you in the wise mind. And like I said, this book is very helpful for me. You can see I have notes all over and everything. Mindfulness. Stones shake on the lake. It will tell you to go throw if you have a lake, go throw stones in the lake. Walk down a spiral of stairs. Walk up and down a spiral of stairs until you're out of breath. Breathe wise, in and out. So just like a little breathing exercise. Hello, how you doing, Slapper baby? Hey, Sarah motherfucking Z. Amanda Cruz, I love you, Big Bean. But yeah, so it'll the mindfulness, it will give you skills that you can use. Ask wise mind questions. Breathe in silently and ask wise mind questions. Breathe out. Listen to the answer. Listen, but do not give yourself the answer. Do not tell yourself the answer. Listen for what your mind brings you without you coming to the conclusion. So that's one way to keep yourself in wise mind versus you creating the narrative and reacting on the narrative. Mindfulness. So for mindfulness, ask ask what wise mind is. Breathe in, ask yourself, is wise mind working? Breathe out, listen to the answer. Listen, but do not give yourself the answer. Do not tell yourself the answer. Listen and continue to breathe in and out, asking the same question until you get a result. That's a way that will calm yourself down and allow you to have a little bit more clarity of what it is that you're doing. The next one is attention to your breathing coming in and out. Let your attention settle into the center of your stomach. Breathe in completely. Notice and follow the sensation of your breath coming in and out. Let your attention settle into the center at the bottom of your breath, at your solar plexus. Or let attention settle in the center of your forehead, where your third eye is, at the top of your head. You'll feel your breath. Keep your attention on the center. Exhale, inhale, normally. Maintain attentiveness. Settle in that wise mind before you make a reaction. And so this book is so helpful when you don't have somebody to talk to. It's so helpful. Take a hold of your mind. Use what's called a what skill. A what skill is observe, describe, and participate. So the very first thing you're gonna want to do is observe the situation. Notice your body sensation. Pay attention to what your body's saying. Control your attention to what your body's saying. Practice wordless watching. Watch thoughts come in and out of your mind. Let them slip in and out. Do not hold on to them for any reason. And then you observe both sides, inside and out. The next step is describe. Put words on the experience that you just felt. Then label what your observation was. Unglue your interpretation of the options. Remember, if you can't observe it through your sense, you can't describe it. So I just want people to know that there is further therapy, that they can get help, even if they're not working with a therapist. There is a very good book. I'm going to post it on my community tab. I use it all the time. I use it in my therapy. I use it out of my therapy. And they even have these non-judgmental calendars. Do you practice observing judgmental thoughts? Yes. and what day of the week it is. And then it will say, did you count judgments through? So how many judgments did you have? And this is judging other people versus yourself. And you fill this out to kind of see where you're at. But this has been a life-changing book for me. You're definitely welcome here, Dodge. Definitely. Um, but you can buy it on Amazon. I got it through my class, but I think you can buy it on Amazon. I'm trying to get to one particular part. There's even a tip on ending relationships. When you have to end a relationship, it gives you the steps that you should put yourself in before you attempt to end that relationship. Validation. A lot of people suffer from the need to be validated. Validation, right here, which is an interpersonal affective skill. Validation. Finding the kernel of truth is in another person's perspective or situation, verifying the facts of the situation, acknowledging that the person's emotions, thoughts, and behaviors have caused are they're understandable, not necessarily agreeing with that other person, not valid, not validating what you are thinking. So that's the validation. You're not always going to get instant validation to where somebody just agrees with you. And so then why validation? It improves your relationships by showing that you are listening and understanding. It is important interpersonal skill by reducing pressure to prove who is right, negative reactions, and anger. It makes problem solve closeness and support positive validations for those who are hurt. And so I use this book a lot. I'm going to go back to it has so many skills in it. And I urge anybody that can pay a couple bucks online to buy it. The book is called The DBT Skill Training Handbook Workshop by Marcia Linan, and she's the actual creator of the program of DBT. Like I said before, I was blessed to go through the actual program and to go to their individual therapies, and it changed my life. It's changed and not just my life, it's changed my household because I've learned some skills to be able to use in my household, which then are being used back on me. And so it's allowed us to eliminate the chaos that was once in our household. So there is hope out there. I just wanted to jump on and just tell people this is not the only therapy program. This therapy program worked for me. I was in this therapy for a year and a half straight, and it taught me so much as far as being able to just be independent and communicate properly and how to set boundaries. But the thing is, you have to be serious about wanting to lose them or use them. If you don't want to use them, you could read them all day long. But they're very beneficial skills, lifelong skills that you don't just, when you're part of a family, the whole family starts to pick it up, and it creates a different kind of respect on how we treat each other. And it's really been an amazing trip for us. Like I said, I know that not everybody can afford to do their actual counseling and their sessions and stuff because they are quite expensive and most insurances don't cover it. But I was blessed to be able to have a husband that could put me through that program. And I stayed as long as I could. And I learned a lot of skills. He's learned a lot of skills. My son has even learned a lot of skills. And just by us practicing them. And every week when I go to my talk therapist, I bring my book and we still work in the book. She works with me and she's not a DBT certified therapist, but she's very interested in it. And so it's something that we work on together um, in order to build skills that will help us be successful in the long run because we just can't people with mental health issues just because we have mental health issues we can't run around the streets just unhinged. We just can't be unhinged. We have to really think about what we're doing, and we have to hold ourselves accountable for our actions, because whether we were suffering from a mental health break or we just did something wrong, we're the ones that are responsible for it, and we have to take the responsibility. We can't blame anybody else. And I'm speaking from experience. I've had to suffer a lot of consequences based on my actions of not being in control. And we're working hard to move past those. And I'm blessed to have a husband that's, he's a little hard on me to make sure that I'm getting done what I'm supposed to do as far as like my therapy and stuff like that. He's going to ask about it. He knows how to call my therapist if something's not right. And um, I have a village behind me, and I'm blessed for that. But at the end of the day, there's been times where I've been so bad mentally that I didn't care who was behind me. I was just bucking the whole system. And when those times come where you're bucking the whole system and you're not willing to take the steps, that's when your loved ones need to step in and say, okay, I think she needs a little bit more help than we can offer her at home. And unfortunately, 9 times out of 10, it does include a hospital, which is not fun. But when you come out of the hospital missing your family and, like just the shock of being in the hospital because it's a hard place to be, it kind of lights a fire under your ass to get back onto whatever it was that was helping in the first place. And so I just wanted to jump on and share that with you guys, that there are, and DBT is not the only one. There's several different therapy programs out there that can help people. And I wish that more people would just explore a little bit to see what it is that can actually help them. Because what helps me is not necessarily going to help the next person. And the other part of suffering from mental health issues is to make sure that at least once a year you go through a psych evaluation. That they're doing your psych, but they're doing your psych assessment over again to make sure your situations didn't get worse or you didn't develop something else. If you haven't had a psych evaluation in years, chances are something's changed. And so it's very good to go to your psychiatrist and tell them that you want a psych evaluation, and they will usually always send you. And mine has always been, like it's always kind of been the same, but there's always been a couple little extra things added based on what the outcome is. But it's been pretty consistent, so I've known what to work on. But I don't think people understand that their mental health needs changed. If they were 10 years ago diagnosed with bipolar, and then they haven't had a psych eval since then, chances are you could have created other mental health issues that you weren't aware of. And so it's really important that you get those psych evaluations at least yearly so they can look to make sure that you're actually being treated for the right things. Because at first, when I was diagnosed with bipolar, they had put me on Brispirone. I think that's how you pronounce it. And it wasn't doing anything for me. It was actually agitating me more than anything, but they insisted that was going to help with my anxiety. And then me getting my second evaluation, then they found that there was something additionally wrong with me that I wasn't diagnosed with in the first place, and it actually counteracts the Brusparone. So I had to come off of it, but I would have never known if I didn't get that new psych evaluation. And so they were able to better medicate me and get the proper pills that I need, um, based on the fact that I do get an assessment yearly. And it's not something they offer. You have to ask for it. They're going to give it to you if you ask for it. But it's just something that is important to maintain your health, just like, primary doctor's appointments and, blood work and stuff like that. That should fall right into like your yearly checkups and stuff, that you should be doing a psych evaluation to make sure that nothing is changing. And if it does change, then you just, you tweak it to help you out a little bit better. But just sitting around saying that you have mental health issues and you're doing the bare minimum, that's not fixing anybody. And the other thing is, it triggers people. It triggers people that actually do want to work on their mental health, or people that are actually working on their mental health. When you see somebody that perceives that, you know, nobody cares about them and they're just crashing out, it's it's worrisome and it's agitating at the same time. It's agitating at the same time. And so I just hope for everybody that, you know, that struggles with any kind of mental health, ask for that evaluation. It's not hard. It don't take long. It takes about an hour. And it'll give you a much clearer picture of what's going on in your mind. But you just have to have the courage to do it. And so I just wanted to come on and talk a little bit about the DBT therapy because that is, you know, like the main source of our life of what we work on is through DBT, and it's called dialectical behavioral therapy. And basically it just teaches you skills to deal with people. It teaches you skills to set your boundaries. In the book, it teaches you skills how to talk to people, like when you want to have a serious conversation with them. It teaches you so many different skills that are necessary to maintain productive relationships. It's a really good resource. So I hope that more people will look into that if they feel like they need it, or if they feel like maybe their medication ain't working, then it might be time to have a new psych eval to see if there's something that they need to change. Um, so it definitely something that might need to be changed if you haven't had a evaluation in a long time. I'm talking about DBT. You got anything to say about it? Here he come. Here come. Here he come. You want to jump in? You want to come jump in and say something? Huh? Oh, my medicine got me a little loopy right now, but it's okay. I'm finna take a nap after this. We're talking about the DBT or what? Peace, everybody. We talking about DBT. The skills that we learn in DBT. Without you taking DBT and just learning with me through the workbooks and stuff, what is one of the biggest skills that you've taken away from it? Hold on, repeat the question. So even though you don't take DBT therapy, what me going through the workbook and using the skills, what is one of the skills that you've picked up and that it's carried with you? One of the skills I picked up and carry with me. Really, mindfulness. Yeah. Yeah, mindfulness is one of the skills. Turn me in to get me in that picture. Ridiculous. Mindfulness. So, for me, just that was a big thing to learn because a lot of times I be so ahead of what actually going on. I be like thinking, like, what for the future we are going to do to be prepared or be ready, not be scared. Because I didn't have any spiritual or anything else about the future, but no, nothing I know that came in the future. But I was, you know, so disconnected with the present, if that makes sense. Like I was just be thinking about this nigga now. So mindfulness, it kind of his name's Reason. It gave me yeah. So my name's Reason. I'm a shadow. But anyway, mindfulness like a way to stay connected to what I'm doing right then in that spot, just to focus on what I'm doing right then, and then I can just, you know, be present and be recognized. Maybe that's one reason why I don't remember a lot of things too, because I be spending so much time, you know, not present. So I had to get more mindfulness. Yeah. But and I think that another one that both of us that we have both taken away is the half smile and willing hands. Like body language, with your body language when you're trying to approach somebody with a conversation, you want to make sure you're smiling just a little bit and your hands, your palms are open, your hands are open in a non-aggressive way when you approach that person in order to be able to talk to them. And it's helpful. Like it's helpful in hard situations when you're not coming so hard, you're coming a little softer with the conversation. And then the other one is like the I using the I statements. I feel like this. Oh, I'm talking shit. What's that next to you? It's the problem. You're the problem, bro. Time out. Ready? 6,000 seconds. Um, we're beautiful together. I don't know what you're talking about. But yeah, it just using I statements too is like I feel like this, like I've perceived this like this. I'm not trying to be offensive, but this is the way that I'm seeing things versus saying, "Oh, you're doing this." Like you're doing this and you're getting on my nerves. It's like, no, I need quiet right now, and you're being really loud. So could I ask you to tone it down a little bit? It's just using the I statement before you just jump into like attacking somebody is always a good thing. It's helpful. Yeah, I statements are good. Yeah, you're always gonna get the dumb ones dodge. It's okay. We're used to it. We are used to it. Um, But yeah, so those are the things. I there's yeah. But yeah, so I just wanted to point out the fact that there is workbooks and stuff. There's therapy. There's group therapy programs. I'm getting ready to start a new group therapy program a couple times a week. I'm working on that. That way, I'm in an area of like minded people that all have some kind of different mental health issue, and we're able to discuss it and kind of get through it, to get through the day. And I look forward to it. It's going to be interesting. Um, but help us out there if you guys want it. If you want it, help us out there. But I'm a firm believer in you need to reach out to the professionals for the help. Your friends and family can support you, but they don't have the skills that they need to pull you out of the darkness that you feel. And so that's why I never have, if I'm going through something, I don't have a problem talking to the crisis people, my therapist, uh, whoever it is that comes that I need to talk to. My primary doctor, I don't have a problem talking to them about what's going on because those are the ones that are designed to figure out the help that you need. You can't get on. Oh. But yeah, so that's all I wanted to talk about. What you want to talk about? Yeah, we have a great support system around us right now. My dog's trying to be all in the picture. So what you think? We're talking about DBT. We're talking about therapy. They have another therapy. What is that called? The one the therapists want to do with you. It has something to do with your eyes, like some kind of eye therapy. That's supposed to be helpful too. I can't remember what it's called. Um, and then they also have for people that are like manic depressants. I'm not a manic depressant, so it doesn't apply to me. But they have like some kind of laser they do on your head now. It's like once a month, and then you don't take any medication for it. So there's a lot of different stuff coming out for different people. Um, my conditions are still old school. I need to go to the therapist. We need to talk through it, which I'm cool with. Um, I'm cool with. My therapist. She an older lady, but she a cool lady. She get me, so I like it. She know when I come in, she says, as long as my head ain't bald, she know I ain't doing too bad. That's what she said. As long as you don't pull Britney Spears, you ain't doing too bad. Yeah. So what do you want to say about it? Yeah. Yeah. And then having physical health problems on top of mental health problems, it's like it's a lot. Mhm. 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 $15 years. We've been married 15 years. It is definitely like a roller coaster. Dodge, you're right. Yeah, absolutely. It's like a roller coaster. Thank you. He loves me. I don't know why, but he does. He's my best friend. That's my best friend. um, yeah, we generally have a good time together when my mind is right. We generally have a good time in life. It's just keeping me in the right mind. And we've been going longer stints in my right mind than in my left mind, haven't we? Yeah, my right mind, you know, my left mind. We want to be in the right mind. Right. Yeah. So yeah, that's what we're going for. In the right mind. I'm lefty. So I need to take my lefty abilities and put them onto the right. Right. Yeah, but I just wanted to again, it's called dialectical behavioral therapy, DBT sealed training handout and worksheet. Showing up backwards. I don't know how to fix it. I'll put a picture on my community post. But if anybody is wanting to just learn some skills on their own, just like for their own self preservation, then it's a good book on Amazon. It's not too expensive either. It's like $20 or something like that. Shoot, if you're that serious, send me your address and I'll send you some Xerox copies. Yeah, and so this ain't the fun talk crap about people because I really want people to be saved. I want people to have self savior and save their self. And I see certain situations. I've seen certain patients or certain situations on the internet where people are just looking for somebody to save them, and I just want to shake them and say, okay, you got to put in the work. You got to save yourself. Once you save yourself, you'll find out who's there to help you stay there, like stay there. But nobody can make you save yourself but yourself. That goes for physical and mental. Like I've had this sore throat now for 3 months. I haven't gone to the doctor. He can't do nothing about it. What I gotta do is I have to call my doctor and make a doctor's appointment. He can remind me I need to make a doctor's appointment, but I have to take care of myself at the end of the day. And of course, he'll go with me to the doctor if he can. But at the end of the day, I have to make the appointment to go to the doctor. And that's just part of the self savior. That's part of the physical. But your physical does go with your mental. And yeah, I hope and I put positive energy in the air that people will understand the fact that nobody is just going to knock on your door and say, hey, I came to save you today. Let me show you the right way to live. It just doesn't happen like that. You got to put in the work. You got to put in the hours and the work to learn what works for you. What works for some people don't work for others. Like I can't meditate. I'm not a meditator. So I'm a breather though. I can do breathing exercises, but I can't do the meditation. All right, Dodge. See you next time. But I can't do meditation. It brings my mind just goes wild, and I can't focus on anything. But I can do breathing exercises really good, and I'm good with sensations like ice, horseradish. You know, like I put horseradish on my tongue. Sensations like that help me calm down. So so everybody has something different. You just have to figure out what it is. But at the end of the day, it's self savior. You have to save yourself first. And then once you save yourself, you'll see who's really in your corner to help along with the journey. Big facts. That's all I got to say. Close Big it out. Facts. Appreciate everybody for tuning in. Hey, take care of yourself out there. You know, join some good groups, good communities, people that's on the same page as you. You know, we getting big, we getting thick out here. People they see they same way, man. We gotta stay together. Yeah, we gotta love our kids. Make that love, collect that heart of love. All right, love forever. Peace and blessings, everybody. Self savior.